All right. Good Monday morning, everyone. Forecaster Josiah Acheampong here with your weather update. We're going to start off by this just beautiful shot coming out of Bushland as we do have the sunrise off in the background. But what we do have is a bank of clouds overhead, largely over the central panhandle and areas north. And as a result, as we do get that sunrise, you're getting the rays of the sun reflecting off the clouds, giving us this beautiful kind of array of colors. You've got the blue, the some of the purples and pinks, and then you get some of those oranges and yellows kicking in as the sun begins to rise across the area. But don't be deceived. This is brought to us by a storm system. The clouds, rather, brought to us by a storm system developing out in the plains. Well, at least one part of it is. You have snow stretching from Omaha, Kansas City, down through portions of eastern Oklahoma, going over into the Ozarks. Now, that's just one portion of this system. Then you also have a second portion down here beginning to develop in the Gulf near Houston, Corpus Christi. You're seeing some storms beginning to fire up. Eventually, those two storms will merge together. This could cause a travel headache for people traveling to portions of the Ohio River Valley, even along the southeast coast. You could be dealing with some showers and thunderstorms that could cause some travel delays as well. But the big story is this storm will eventually ship off into the northeast, bringing heavy snow to portions of Pennsylvania through interior New England. It could cause a travel headache. So if you are planning on traveling to or from those areas, give yourself some patience and give yourself some grace as you deal with possibly some travel delays associated with that system. But what it is giving us currently possibly are some light flurries, some small flurries possibly over portions of eastern New Mexico, but also in addition, the northeastern panhandle, as well as Beaver in Texas County. You could be dealing with some possible flurries in the air, kicking off what is the 1st of December, and as we barrel toward what will be the start of winter coming soon. But for right now, temperatures, though it feels like winter at this point in time, with temperatures currently in the 20s, 23 in Vega, 20 in Clovis and Portales, 30 in Childress, while we sit at 21 for both Dumas and Amarillo at this hour. Winds are fairly light, either from 0 to about 10 miles an hour, which is pretty hard to do around here. But we do have our wind chills sitting in the teens right now. Childress at 27, though. But overall, we are noticing that cooler feel with those winds still around 0 to about 10 miles an hour. Looking at our planner over the next several hours, we will have those overcast conditions, those bank of clouds sticking around for the morning hours. Those should continue to move off to the north and east as that system continues to slide and pull away. We should have some more broken clouds and sunshine as we head into the late morning and afternoon hours. Taking a look at our model, we will struggle to try and grasp the 40-degree mark later today. Uh, we will have a hard time doing so, but we may just do it. Tomorrow, temperatures struggling, dipping down rather tomorrow morning into the 20s as you start your day. Will warm up nicely back above average with temperatures in the upper 50s, approaching 60 Tuesday afternoon. All eyes then turn to Wednesday morning, where we have a cold front sweeping through. And what you will notice off into the north is that we could be dealing with some wintry precip Wednesday night into Tuesday, rather Thursday, during the daylight hours. So, something to watch out for. We are keeping our eye on that as we get more information to come through. And in fact, what I can do is this will be our in house model here. Let's see. Here we go. So I'll extend this a bit further out so we can see what that precip might look like. Now, it is Monday, of course. This will definitely change over the next several hours. So we talked about this before. Cooler day today. Temperatures overnight dipping down into the 20s to kick off your Tuesday. We warm back up Tuesday afternoon, near or above average. Then that cold front sweeps through Wednesday morning, behind it a colder air mass. And now this is what we're watching for, is this precip. Now, this is about 6 o'clock on Wednesday. Now, again, this may change. With that northeasterly wind, we will have some cooler air being filtered in as this is happening. but you can see the model is currently trying to print out some kind of wintry precip. Now, of course, this is subject to change, but we will keep an eye on that. But the timing says a lot in regards to what we can expect in terms of the precip. But we'll keep an eye on that. A bit more on this system and kind of its characteristics. This is going to be a positively tilted open wave disturbance. I know I used a lot of words, but pretty much what it means is its orientation likely is not going to be favorable for heavy rainfall or even heavy snowfall, if that is the case, as we take a look Thursday into Friday as well. So something to look out for. I noticed the model is a little bit early with that timing coming in Wednesday. We'll keep an eye on what the timing of that exactly is and what that looks like. But what we will notice is that for those communities who are in desperate need of rain, especially in the southeastern panhandle, looks like the southern extent of the United States, at least the western half of it, will have a 40% chance of below normal precipitation. Now, what that is signaling, especially when we look at this, is that we will have an active Pacific Northwest uh, area where they can pick up a lot of moisture in their neck of the woods. And then those storms will likely move across portions of the Great Lakes, the upper Midwest, and then eventually along the southeast coast up toward portions of the Northeast. So our friends across the country are picking up on the moisture. We could definitely use it. So we'll keep an eye on what happens later this week. But our forecast for today, we're in the 40s and 30s across the area. Tonight, dipping down into the 20s and the teens before tomorrow, rebounding quite nicely to near average high temperatures. Taking a look at your 7-day tracker, we are cool today, even warmer tomorrow. Then we take a tumble in terms of our temperatures as that front pushes through. I do have the precip for Thursday. I will keep an eye on the exact timing. That may need to be amended in terms of what to expect. But then looking toward Friday, it is the Electric Light Parade. We'll be out there with all the decorations and the floats. And then it looks to be cooler, temperatures in the 40s. And then over the weekend, we will warm back up into the 50s. So forecast isn't too bad, but of course, we could use the rain and the moisture. So we'll keep an eye on that. Thank you for watching and hope to see you all again soon.